how to use Google Meet as a complete beginner. In this video, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking about Google Meet and how you're going to be using this incredible one-to-one or one-to-many or even many-to-many meet or video call conference platform. Now, Google Meet is probably the easiest option out there when it comes to setting up any video calls or any video conferencing tools. Now, in this, I'm going to show you from scratch and I'm going to show you how useful the tools on Google Meet can be. So, to start off, what you're going to do is you're going to make sure that you're going to sign in with any Gmail account of yours. Now, once you have signed in and you come over to this page, what you're going to be doing is you're going to click on new meeting where you can see these three discrete options. So it says create a meeting for later where you can basically schedule a meeting. Here it says start an instant meeting where the meeting starts right away, or you can do schedule in Google Calendar where it's going to let everyone in your association to know where to start the meeting. Then if you have any code or link, you can paste it here for that Google Meet and automatically join that meet that you've gotten an invite for. So, there's different types of features when it comes to starting a meeting or even joining a specific meeting. It's all pretty cool and it's all pretty nice. So let's say to start things off, I'm going to click on new meeting and it says create a meeting for later. Now, if you click on that, it says here's your joining info. Send this to people you want to meet with. So what you do is you copy this meeting link, and once you copy this meeting link, what you basically do from here is you send this link out to people. And whenever you want to start a meeting, you're basically going to be going ahead and joining this very own link. And once you've joined the link, that's when the meeting starts. Now, moving on, let's also go to this feature, which is schedule in calendar. Now, this over here takes us to our Google Calendar where you can actually add a proper task of a Google Meet in your calendar just as so. So over here, as you can see, you can add your very own title for the calendar. Then you can choose different settings and mess around with different things. Like, let's say you can add different event details, where the location is, how many minutes is it going to be, what description. You can even add guests. So you can add people who you want to actually put into your Google Meet in the easiest and most simplest way. Now, you can also go ahead and save different timestamps for it. So 9:30 to 10:30. Let's say I want to increase that to 11:30. So you can simply come here and choose 11:30. So that gives you a 2-hour time zone. Now you can also go ahead, name it whatever you want, save it, and that basically drafts a Google Meet. And once that Google Meet time has started, what happens is everyone's calendar and even you yourself get a notification through your Google Calendar that your meeting has officially started. And obviously that is a good thing to, keep in a business environment because it helps you and it lets you know when the meeting starts, when the meeting ends, etc. So let's say I come here and I start talking about the main features when you actually join a meet. Okay. So let's say I'm going to click on start an instant meeting. Now, once you click on start an instant meeting, it's going to bring you right here to your Google Meet. Okay. Now, over here, as you can see, we have a lot of different discrete options. Okay. You have options from your mic to your video cam to captions, reactions, presenting, raising hands, and a lot more. So, what do you actually get? What can you insinuate from all of this? Now, firstly, obviously, there's the mic tool. Now, in the mic tool, if we come over here and click on the settings, this opens up the settings section where you can change the different microphones that you want for your Google Meet. Okay. So as you can see, I have three different microphones. One is an audio cable I connect to my interface. One is the mic that I'm talking on right now. And the other is my laptop microphone. So I can choose from any three of these. Then you can also turn on push to talk. So if you are a Discord user and you're more into the push to talk mechanic, this mechanic is for you because, it enables you to mute yourself most of the time and talk only when you want to talk. Then there's the speakers, and you can choose which input do you want to add your output in. So we have headphones, then we have different voice meters that I've added, then there's the actual laptop speaker, so whatever you want. And then finally, we have Control Meet using your USB device. So you can have call control totally through a USB device that you can add for yourself. Then we move over to video. Now, in video, what you do is first of all, you can choose the resolution that you want. Okay. So, first of all, there's the receiving resolution, which is for the other consumer cameras or the videos they share with you. Then there's the send resolution, which is basically your resolution that you're going to send out to people. So you can choose that as well. Now, also, if you have any external camera, you can connect it through this section. Currently, my camera is off, but I'm going to show you the effects that it gives you through background and effects later on. Then we go into general, where you can send additional diagnostic info to Google if there's any issues in your Google Meet. And there's desktop notifications for Meet, and it says leave empty calls, where if there's an empty call for a few minutes, it basically removes you from that call, which is pretty good feature. It saves your power, saves your internet, saves your time. Then we have language of the meeting, and then we have live captions, which is a pretty cool feature because let's say if you're in a meeting conference and there's a proper, presentation going on and you can't understand some stuff, you can simply turn on live captions to make life easier for yourself. You can also go over to reactions where you can get and show reactions from others. So when off, your own reaction still appears. Then there's animations, where there's reactions on the moving screens. Sound can accompany different reactions, and you can also select how you want to hear reactions if you're using a screen reader. So, those are all the general settings. Then obviously to turn on live caption, you're just going to click on CC over here, which is basically closed captions. And from here on out, if someone's speaking in your Meet, closed captions are away. Then there's reactions that you can send throughout your Google conference. Okay. And you can also choose the different skin tones, a pretty normal feature, but it's a nice feature to have. Then you can also go ahead and present your screen. Now, this is also a pretty cool feature because presenting a screen is not available in a lot of other, conferencing or video conference softwares. And in the ones that they're present, I would say that Google Meet has a very good presentation software because you can not only present the tabs on your Google that you've opened up, but you can also present your whole screen with the audio. Now, most softwares don't do that for you. Then also, if you're in a classroom, you can raise your hand and you can keep it raised until someone asks you a question. Then obviously we go to more options where you can change the layout of your Google Meet. Okay, so you can change it into tiled, which is for big meetings. Then there's spotlight, which keeps it only on you. Then sidebar, where all the other people are here and the main screen is over here. And then there's auto, where you can actually choose however much you want. Now, moving on, there's also this feature where you can copy the Meet link. Then there's this section where you can add people by sending their, email invites, chat with everyone, which is basically a chat box for the whole chat room. And here is the different meeting tools where you can choose breakout rooms, where you can split one meet into smaller group discussions, and live streaming. Then we go into polls, where you can add a poll in the meeting, which is pretty cool. Then you can record videos and a lot more by adding these featured add-ons. So, that's Google Meet, and that is how incredible it is. One final thing I would like to share is the background effects. Okay. So, first of all, you can add backgrounds to your video. You could add a blur background, a custom background, or any of these pre-designed backgrounds that Google Meet provides. Then we have filters, where you can add filters onto your very own face. And then there's appearance, where you can adjust your video lighting, frame your screen, and then choose what style of lighting do you want on your video camera. So that is basically Google Meet, and that is how you're going to be using it for yourself in the easiest and most simplest way. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please do make sure to drop down a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to see more videos like this in the future, do let me know down in the comments below, and I'll be making a whole lot more for you. Till then, that is all from me, and I'll be seeing all of you wonderful people in the very next video. Have a great day. Goodbye.